Hi everyone, you are welcome to YEdu. This is going to be our first video on our training on how to write project report. So don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel so that I can continue in the study. Alright, so today we'll be just talking about introduction to project report writing. So let's start. So I'll be starting with types of project reports that we have. Though we have quite a number here. We have research, we have technical, we have progress, we have feasibility, financial, case study, business and evaluation, but our emphasis basically is going to be on research project reports because that's what we are talking about. The essence of our study is to equip us for academic and scientific research report writing. Alright, so let's look at what is a research project report. Research project report basically is just like a comprehensive document that presents the findings, analysis, and conclusion of a research project. So research project is expected to be a literature that gives an insight. It gives a comprehensive insight, that is, it is able to tell the reader every of the procedures and the results, the aims, the objective, and even the reasons for carrying out a particular research. So as you can see, it details the research objectives, methodology, data collected, and insight gained, providing a structured record of research process and outcome. So the report basically is used for academic, scientific, and professional settings to communicate findings and also to an audience for a documentation purpose. So alright, so let's move to what do we have, what are we expected to have in a research project report. In a standard research project report, we're expected to have the title page, the abstract, table of contents, introduction, literature review, methodology, results, discussion, conclusion, recommendations, and references and appendices. So in the next page I'll be talking about what each of them is expected to cover. So the title page basically is to reflect the name, the title, the institution, the year, and so on and so forth. So basically to reflect the essence of the research. So and also summary. Now summary basically is what we can read in less than 2 to 3 minutes, and we have enough insights into the entirety of the project. For example, our abstract should be able to tell us what, why, how, and the result of an experiment. So abstract is not expected most of the time to be more than 200 to 300 words, but it depends on the volume of the literature, and also it depends on the standard of this institution or where we find ourselves. So another thing is introduction. Introduction is to cover the reason why, and that's why we have objectives here, aims and objectives here under introduction. So the major essence of introduction is to give us an insight. Okay, I want to carry out the research. Why am I carrying out the research? What is the purpose of the research? What is the essence of the research? Why is the research important? And what is the research aimed at, rather? So what is our research aiming at? So that's what our introduction should cover. So and after the introduction, we expected to have the methodology. Though initially when we're talking about the structure, there is literature review before the methodology. The literature review is just like, okay, checking past literatures, what past researchers have done, and trying to relate with it with what we are doing, just to give us a context, a broad context to what we are discussing as literature review. So methodology is talking about how we want to do this, how we want to carry out the experiment. So that's why I say it is approach and techniques. Okay, what I want to do in the course of the research. So why result is just what we have. So the result is, okay, it might be in form of a table, in form of a chart, in form of a graph, and several other things, in form of pictures. So but what the result does is to show us, okay, in the course of the experiment, this is what we are able to come out with. So the discussion is just like the interpretation of the result. So majorly, most of the time, our result, even all the time, not most of the time, our discussion is supposed to compare past research with our results. So in discussion, we explain, we discuss what we have, and we compare it with existing literature. So, and also conclusion and recommendation. Conclusion is just, okay, based on everything I've done, this is what I'm saying. And recommendation is, this is what I'm advising the scientific or the academic world based on what I've done. So references and appendices is just to tell us, okay, these are the documents, these are the journals, these are the literatures I make reference to, and then supplementary information that we have in the course of the research. So let's look at types of project report. So we have the basic or the pure research project report. Basically, this one focus on reviewing literatures, reviewing literatures that have worked on a particular topic. Most of the time, this kind of research reports don't involve having to carry out the experiment per se, but it is focusing basically on the knowledge rather than the practical application. So we have applied. Applied is aimed at solving a specific or a particular problem. That's why this is applied research report is the one that involve the practical part of research basically, though exploratory also does, because exploratory investigates. It's trying to look at something that might have not been looked at before. So while descriptive is to explain, provide detailed information about something, and we have explanatory is quite similar to descriptive, but explanatory is more specific. It's talking about something more specific than descriptive. While we have evaluation research report, evaluation is just to assess, check the quality or the state of something. So, and also finally we have to talk about the goals. What are the goals of research report? The goals of research report basically is to document, to compile the whole of the work into a literature, a piece of literature that can be made reference to. So it is aimed at documenting, and also communicating the research process, findings and conclusion in a clear, systematic way, in a way that anybody picking it up will be able to understand what actually was worked on. So it shares knowledge with peers, stakeholders, or other community, the broader community, or it provides evidence-based insight and recommendation. It also contributes to existing body of research, and also it highlights the practical or theoretical implications of the study. So in essence, reports explain the whole of the research. So well-written report must be easily understood, and also it must evaluate. It is telling us that, okay, others can understand, others can evaluate, others can work on, and it's also allow people to develop both in the academic and in the scientific world. Thank you very much for listening. We've come to the end of this session. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel, and click the notification button for our subsequent videos. Thank you very much for listening. We are glad to have you.